So Liam Paro captures the IBF super lightweight title with a 12-round unanimous decision win over Subriel Matias in Puerto Rico. Let's talk about it. Well, over the past year or so, in multiple videos, I've spoken about the fact that I've never really been that impressed by Subriel Matias. He had this cult following and a lot of people saw him as the bogeyman of the division, or boogeyman as they say in the United States, but I didn't see it. To me, he seemed very basic. He's right there in front of you. He's not difficult to hit. He's not that fast. Skills don't look that great. And as far as his punching power, above average maybe, but nothing special. Now with that being said, I still picked him to beat Liam Paro, especially with the fight being in Puerto Rico. Liam Paro obviously being from Australia. But I wasn't expecting anything special or anything great from Subriel Matias in this fight, even if he did win. And that's what we got, an uninspired performance. Matias came in there dressed like a New York City taxi cab, and he fought like a cab driver. Now I'm being facetious. He wasn't that bad, but he was sufficiently predictable and rudimentary for Liam Paro to pick him off out of the southpaw stance. He was very busy himself. In fact, that's one area where I thought Matias would have the upper hand. I thought he'd be the busier guy, and that would probably make the difference down the stretch. But Paro was very busy himself. Don't get me wrong, it was a close competitive fight, and as the rounds wore on, the pace was getting to both of them, but Matias was really forcing the issue late in the fight. He was the one trying to break out of clinches and get the action going again, whereas Liam Paro was initiating the clinches. In other words, he did tire down the stretch, but he'd put enough rounds in the bank earlier on in the fight that he could afford to give away a couple in the championship rounds. Not that he was thinking that way, but it was that way on the scorecards. And it was really quite a scrappy affair, I want to say in the final third or final quarter of the fight. But when they reached the final bell, a lot of people were expecting Subriel Matias to get the decision, even if it would have been slightly unfair. But, the fight was in Puerto Rico, where Subriel Matias is from. The DAZN commentators were expecting, at least Sergio Mora was, Matias to get maybe an undeserved decision. But no, it went the other way. Liam Paro got the decision, not even on a split, unanimously. And that was good to see, because normally in relatively close fights, the champion at home is going to get the benefit of the doubt. But in this instance, evidently the judges did not allow the location of the fight to influence them. They all went for Liam Paro with scores of 115-112 twice and 116-111. So Australia has a new world champion. And shout out to Boxing on the Edge, by the way, because I swear he picked Liam Paro to win this fight. He did a lot of analysis and film study on his channel, and I'm sure he went for Liam Paro. So shout out to him. My perception before this fight was that neither Matias nor Paro were anything special. But after this fight, Paro has definitely gone up in my estimations. I don't think he's the best at 140 or anything like that, but I give him a better shot against the marquee names than I previously did. And again, I never really rated Matias, but when you go to a guy's backyard like Paro did here and take the title from him, it says something about you. It says something about your calmness under pressure, your ability to deal with an alien environment and a hostile crowd. He showed a very cool, calm head, and he picked up a deserved victory. So yeah, props to Liam Paro. Definitely a guy to keep an eye on moving forward. Hopefully he looks to unify against one of the other champions in the not too distant future. So I'll leave it there. Let me know what you guys thought about Paro's performance in the comment section below, and also Subriel Matias. Were you one of those people like me who was never particularly impressed with him? Or were you one of those people who was convinced that he was the dark horse of the division? Let me know in the comment section below.